Gary Clark, how you doing, sir?
I am very well, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. But I imagine the last couple of days or yesterday you were quite scared because you've been playing Layers of Fear on the PlayStation 4. Is that right?
Yeah. There's a few, well, more than a few jumpy moments. Put it that way.
Nice, nice. So Layers of Fear, if for people that don't know, is a horror game, an indie horror game from a developer called Bloober Team. And I think it was on Steam early access for a while.
Yeah.
And now it's got its official release on the PC and PlayStation 4. I think it might be coming to the Xbox One later as well. I could be wrong. It might be out right now. It probably is out right now. But yeah, Gary reviewed it and played it on the PlayStation 4. I did that too. I haven't finished it yet. Gary's finished it. So Gary, just get kind of stuck in. What do you think about Layers of Fear?
It's a good game. Like if you sort of like the sort of games in the style of PT,
Mm,
Outlast in some respects, you'll feel at home with this.
mm.
It's got its issues to be honest, but as an overall package, it's still a very good game. I enjoyed it from start to finish. It's roughly around sort of 3 to 4 hours long. But if
Okay.
you want to like finish it with everything sort of done, you're looking at probably about 5 hours. Because there are sort of collectibles that you do miss first time round.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, you probably get about 5 hours out of it. But like I've sort of said in my written review, these sort of games don't need to be sort of like 10, 15 hours long because
Yeah.
they are sort of good at sort of good when they're sort of a bit shorter, I feel. So
Yeah.
so yeah,
Otherwise, it might get like the whole horror theme and the kind of it might get a bit repetitive and could just kind of like do the same
yeah,
thing over and over again. You don't like all the surprises, and I guess the uniqueness might be just gone if it goes on for like 20 hours or something like that.
exactly, yeah. But yeah, as an overall package, it's very good. There are some moments in it where I literally just like fucking hell, like actually made me jump. Um,
Yeah. I mean, I played the first hour or so, um, and I jumped I've like we've got a video up of me playing the first 30 minutes of it, and bloody hell, there's
yeah,
there's some moments in it. It's like you can probably like if you were to be really nitpicky, you could probably telegraph them a bit. But when you're
mm,
playing it, when you're in the game playing it, you're just like going. It's like you're on a ride. You're just
yeah,
going on the ride, and you don't. When you're there, you don't really expect it. You're just going along. You're kind of just like going down that path that the game's setting you down, and you don't expect it. So when that moment happens, you're like, "Oh, fuck!" You just
yeah,
jump out of your seat. And even if you are expecting it, you'll still jump.
yeah,
You'll still jump because it just does it. It does those moments really well,
mm,
I think.
yeah.
Uh, and but you said to me that those kind of moments are only like in the first half of the game. So what happens to the
Yeah,
second half? Does it kind of get a bit more different? I guess.
yeah, it's really odd. Like the pacing is a bit off, to be honest. Like
Okay.
the first half of the game, like you've experienced some of that, is like
Yeah.
the jump scares and like the sort of eerie corridors and the sort of the environments all work well with the horror sort of genre. But then in the second half, it
Okay.
goes more sort of towards like sort of the freaky sort of slash creepy sort of element, things popping
Okay.
up around you, sort of like stories being told through flashback style visions
Okay.
and yeah, it for to be honest, the second half there was barely there were a few moments where I was scared, but for the most part, I was just walking through it without sort of worrying about sort of the jump scares.
Okay.
It's really odd, but the first half they've done brilliantly. I don't know what happened with the second half, to be honest. So yes, the first half is definitely the standout part of it. But as an overall package, it's still a very good like experience to sort of check out if you're into that genre.
Yeah.
So
And I think from what I've played so far, and in these type of games in general, it's more about the experience.
yeah,
Anyway, it's kind of like I touched on. It's like a ride. It's like you're going to like I don't know Alton Towers or Thorpe Park if you're in the UK, like going to one of these places, and it's a ride. It's a thrill ride.
yeah,
Like you are going to be scared at points. You are going to be like kind of like on edge at points, but it's all about the experience.
definitely, yeah.
And I think from what I played so far, it's definitely kind of captures that
Mm.
really well. What about how the game runs? Because I've had like right at the start when you first get control, like you can see like a bit of screen tearing and stuff going on.
Yeah.
Does that persist throughout the game?
It actually settles down. It
Okay.
sort of maintains a sort of steady frame rate. After that, it's really weird because that bit
Mm.
right at the start, I had exactly the same issue.
Yeah.
It was like choppy as anything. And then after that, it sort of settles down. But then there is a section towards the end of the game where it was. I don't want to give away too much, but
Sure, sure.
it was you literally. All I say is you're sort of going uphill slightly and there's sort of like rocks, and it literally, I thought it was going to freeze. It was that bad.
Right,
It
okay.
must have been like sort of 10 frames a second, I reckon, roughly. But
Wow.
then
Okay.
after that, again, it sort of settles down. So it's really odd. So it's right at the start, and then that section mainly. There are a couple of instances in between, but you don't really notice them too much. But yeah,
Okay.
so it's mainly positive on the frame rate, but there are obviously a couple of sections where it does struggle a little.
Okay. Okay, interesting, interesting. And how does the story play out as well? Because I guess kind of like these type of games, story is usually kind of a key part.
Mm,
Because like the story from what I get so far is that you're playing as this painter artist who's gone a bit nuts,
yeah.
essentially. I've like from what I gather, it's got something to do with his wife or his family.
Yeah.
Like without saying too much, like is that the general vibe? Is that
You've absolutely nailed it, to be honest.
okay? Okay.
And yeah, the story sort of progresses by you collecting notes and sort of
Yeah.
collectibles around the sort of mansion he lives in, and that's how the story progresses. And this, yeah, you play like this, well, demented, crazed, sort of lunatic
Yeah.
painter. Um, so yeah, it's a bit like Gone Home in that respect by sort of
Okay.
interacting with the environments. That's how the story progresses, sort of thing. So
So the story unveils itself through
it
like these
does,
notes
yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
you get along. Okay, so that's yeah. I mean, I picked up quite a few notes on the kind of the first hour that I played.
Mm.
Also, I'm hearing there's a few puzzles in the game like to solve and stuff like that. Are there? Well, I guess being the game like 3-4 hours long, like, I guess there can't be too many puzzles.
No.
But are they like really challenging, or is it just like yeah, kind of like yeah, easy enough, done?
Yeah, there's a few sort of puzzles that pop up. There's one sort of towards the end, which was the most difficult one. But again, I wouldn't call it like really hard. It's just
Okay.
more about sort of looking around where you are, that sort of thing, and then all of a sudden it just click. So yeah, they are a little challenging, but they're easily done if you
Yeah.
just sort of work out where you are and things
Yeah.
around you rather than sort of having to move things here and there.
Okay.
It's not nowhere near sort of like the witness level of puzzles.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It just seems like from what I play, just like it just seems like you got to look around the environment just to
yeah,
see
that's essentially
what's
yeah.
there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So okay. Overall, you've got positive thoughts on Layers of Fear. I mean, it's 15.99 on the UK PlayStation Store. Do you think for a game that's around 5 hours long, well, you said, but I think if you get collectibles and stuff, 5 hour long, do you think it's worth it?
I think
15.99?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, because it is a good game. And
Yeah,
like I said earlier, if you like horror sort of genre, you'll really dig this. Again,
yeah.
it has its issues, but I can look past that because it doesn't really sort of ruin the experience. So if you're in the market for a horror slash crazy, jumpy, scary game, then yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with this, to be honest.
Nice, nice, good stuff. So that's positive thoughts from Gary on Layers of Fear, and I think your written review will be up on the site by the time you watch this as well. Listen to this,
Yeah,
and you're giving it an 8 out of 10,
I
which is a
am.
good
Yeah.
score. Yeah, yeah, which is a good score. Cool, awesome. So okay, that's Layers of Fear, guys. Gary, cheers for joining me.
No worries.
Uh, and we'll be back with some more video stuff and all that other stuff, features and whatnot. NextGenGameblog.com. Stay tuned. Catch you later, guys. Bye.